not loop.
Hey, what's happening, gamers? How's everybody doing? Welcome to a special presentation of Lego Batman 3, the video game, as part of our road to Lego Batman 4 on Switch 2, which we'll be covering in September as a long play series. So strap in for that 8-hour, 9-hour live stream soon. Because I already know how to play it and I'm going to speed through the game, obviously. Okay, so anyway, we're having some definite color correction issues, but I don't know how to fix that. It is what it is.
Oh, sorry.
If you guys want the music unlocked, of course, there is a super chat goal. It's around $20 to $25 because copyright is nasty by Warner Brothers. In fact, every Batman game that we've showcased the past week has all been copyrighted. Brave and the Bold, the series that we thought, oh, okay, we have family over here on Wednesday, so we're going to run Brave and the Bold. Yeah, no. It kept the views stable, but we didn't get any income except for somebody gave us a super chat.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers likes to be Warner Brothers. The difference is they actually claimed the entire game because they were like, well, the composer from the show did the music, but it's like the music was made exclusively for the game, and it was never in the show. It's just the same composer. It's like, what? Okay.
Yeah, they are really reaching, overstretching their bounds. And I should be able to change that and make it not loop. I just forgot to click.
Oh, you mean make the intro not loop?
Yeah, I forgot to click not loop. Now I understand what that's doing.
Yeah. New subscriber alert. Yoink. And new yoink. There we go. Ah. Okay.
Now it looks all clean and fresh.
Now it looks clean and fresh. And Amber, of course, made the new multimedia thing at the top. Which for a second there, it looked like it's glowing, but it's not. The old one used to glow. Because it was some type of widget thing. I don't know. I couldn't get it working again. I was like, it was probably chewing up a lot of memory. Also, do you guys know of some type of external fan that a laptop could sit on? Because our laptop that's streaming right now is running very, very hot. And we need to find a way of cooling that thing down or our streaming stuff is going to be in trouble. Although, we do have a Mac Mini, an Apple Mini computer that we could use that has been specifically designed for streaming, but it was streaming with Streamlabs or Stream, whatever, I don't remember. Whatever that thing is.
Another program.
The other program. And the other program doesn't work for events anymore. It's kind of lame, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Luke's really struggling with this news.
I am struggling with the new program. It's true. That's the power.
I can tell he doesn't like it very much.
I can tell I'm struggling. The struggle is real. Where are we going now?
I feel like this new streaming software is more like it's like you're playing MS-DOS or something. Like it's very logical and it like concrete and everything has like a place and you just move stuff onto the streaming software and add it. But it's kind of jumbled. It's not like streamlined.
I know about the Batman Cape Crusader game, but isn't that just like one of those weird TV remote games? I don't really feel like covering it. Like, why?
I mean, there's other things to cover. I mean, I would cover the new Digimon before that, and also, I mean, personally, we have like I'm looking forward to the new Pokopia is coming out, and well, I mean, it's not a new Pokopia, but I mean, yeah, there's not a lot happening. I mean, I guess we could cover it for views, but I don't really think people are gonna watch it. The
Cape Crusader
like we have to play stuff that people are actually gonna watch. And
yeah.
I don't really think the characters in that show look very good, so I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't.
The show's not very good at all. There is a cooling gel pad that a laptop can sit on.
Oh, well,
okay.
we'll look into it.
We'll see what we can find on Amazon because we need to cool off our laptop. It's running very, very hot. So how do you guys feel about the color of the stream? Like, do you think the capture card is working okay, or you think the colors are like really, really off? It looks fine on our TV. That's the thing. It looks great on our TV.
Maybe there's a way we can switch the settings in the
It's
Programmed
kind of
often.
rough. Some other places. Yeah, we have to keep it muted until we get super chats because there's cutscenes on the music. So we'll be doing recaps. A coffee cup has fallen off to the planet of Nock or NOK.
Yep.
Martian Manhunter looking all serious. Cyborg's like, oh, I think I'm watching the wrong thing. Yeah, the colors look so bright on there. Look at that compared to the TV. Yikes.
It looks crazy.
That looks crazy bright. It's not supposed to be washed like that. Oh well.
Maybe
it's just this game that looks weird. What did the other games we did last night didn't look too bad?
I just did Dreamlight Valley. I didn't think it looked too bad.
Maybe it's Steam Deck that does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like super bright. The colors are nice, but it feels way too bright. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Maybe this is a Steam Deck thing. I mean, that looks normal there. Well, no, it really doesn't.
It looks like it has on our screen.
On our screen, it looks fine.
It looks gray. On the actual capture device, it looks blue.
Yeah.
It looks like it has a blue overlay to everything.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Unless, did you add a blue overlay with the? Hold up.
I did. Where's
the phone?
That doesn't have a blue overlay on.
Can I just mess with it?
You just turn it off. See? I don't have any overlay on it. Message highlight. Maybe get rid of the message highlight. No. That's. Then I don't know what it is. Because I everything else turned off.
Yeah. Did you replace my old stuff? Is that gone too?
I didn't take your old. There was nothing there when I opened it.
Weird. Well, I don't know why it's that blue then. Oh well. Okay.
Oh,
What?
I mean, I got rid of my chunky stuff that I made that was too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I replaced that because you said it was too big.
Yeah. There's a Batman game drought. There's always a drought. But there are some games coming out this August. Well, I guess we'll just have to make do, guys. I think it has to do with, like, Spider-Man didn't look too bad last night, I don't think.
No, I think it's a Steam Deck.
I think it's a Steam Deck that's doing this, yeah. Oh, super bright colors are bright.
And James Trigg just became an ultimate again, or renewed today.
James renewed today?
It said it on it. It should say it earlier on the stream.
Okay, so I need to do more of his Gundam stuff. So earlier.
Oh wait.
That's shiny.
Shiny Dratini fan. That's a Pokemon. Well, on the last stream, I thought it said he renewed. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
You know, that was interesting with our last program. You could actually log into it and see all the...
Yeah, you could see all the people that did stuff, yeah.
Yeah, you could see what happened. Then again, the game Mouse PI for Hire is all in black and white. But that's because it takes place in the 1930s and 40s, which also came out this year. And Miss Deanna said, black and white, it makes me think of 1930s or something, which is kind of weird since this game isn't that old. All right, thank you so much, Miss Deanna, for the super chat. That actually works better just to highlight it. I think I'll leave the other screen for if we've got like a huge amount of like stuff happening.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna unmute the game now. There we go. You saw Spider-Man with your friends? Good. Good, good.
Oh, thank you, Jay Luke. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks, Jay Luke. Hey, Luke and Amber saw Spider-Man with my friend. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Max, it's a new streaming software. The old one is gone. That's how we were able to do, what do you call it?
Scheduled streams.
Scheduled streams. We can't do scheduled streams on the old streaming software.
Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah.
They don't even have a reason. I saw there was somebody emailing you back about it. And I just feel like they're like, have you tried?
We've tried everything.
They're like, have you tried logging out and logging back in again? It's like,
yes.
Oh my gosh. It's been like a month and a half and we've logged in and out like 20 times.
Just so weird for me to see the color difference. Like the game looks fantastic on the television. And I don't last night, guys, what did Spider-Man look like super bright and stuff on the PS5 or did it look fine? Like was Spidey like were the colors bleeding, so to speak, on the Spider-Man stream last night? The current bitrate is lower than the recommended?
They always say that for our streams. They're just lying. It's... Oh, it's not on the auto thing, right? Sorry, I just...
It looked fine to you last night, but definitely, John, you can see the really bright colors here, though, right?
Looks like it has like a purple overlay on it.
There's no purple overlay.
Well, I know how I would fix that on Photoshop if it was a picture.
I think it's Steam Deck in general. I think it has to do with...
Jotaro had an idea.
Okay.
Well, I'm not on the chat right now, but I'll go back onto it. Let's see. Jotaro said, I didn't really understand. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jotaro. Okay.
What? After checking with my sister, I've decided my maid blood is offended by the other night. All the women in our family until my sister were maids. Oh, wow.
Wow. Thanks, Jotaro. You're breathtaking.
Yeah, she wasn't a very good maid from that other stream. That's a members only stream if you guys want to watch, but it gets really, really spicy.
Yeah.
That's putting it lightly.
And Jotaro was saying earlier, something about HDR. Not an HDR setting or a DR something, question mark. Incompatible HDR can blow out colors badly, says Jotaro. Oh, wow, we've got 4 out of 5 super chats. Or, well, sort of. We've got 10, 15, 17 towards 25.
Yep, we got 17 towards 25, so we're getting close to unlocking the music, yep. Me, I'm just flying around and goofing off.
Actually, I could probably do that. I could probably add that if you want.
Huh? I mean, I don't know how to say nudity without saying the word nudity, so I just say spicy. I don't know. Okay, now they're saying the editing software will be here between 6 and 7 o'clock tonight, and the Elgato for my office won't be here until August 5th.
Oh, right. There it is, Luke.
What?
The goal's right there.
Where?
You can see the goal.
What goal?
We have 1877 out of 25.
I don't see anything.
1877. I can move it back here.
Yeah, put it like at the bottom of the screen or something. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Neat.
There's our goal for our music to turn back on.
I didn't even know you could do that. Okay.
Then everyone can tell. Thanks everyone for the super chats. We almost had the music on.
Need to somehow get Cyborg over here.
Then I just go back to chat. Okay, no. Sorry to bother you.
Fine. It takes me a while to remember how to do this stuff. Is that not right? Huh. No, 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 not Splatoon difficulty spicy, Mistiana. Like, maybe I just to say naughty content. I don't know.
Luke doesn't like saying things like. I think Luke is the old soul. Like in the like older movies and stuff, they would have things that were like appropriate for kids and things that are appropriate for adults. So if Luke says the word like nudity or risque outfit, then if there are any younger people that didn't want to hear that, it will make them upset. So he uses the word spicy as a code word for like somewhat inappropriate outfits.
I guess I could use the word naughty. That would, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could, but I don't know. I think spicy is better, personally.
That's cool, Jotaro.
Your sister and you are the only ones who have yet to be maids? Oh my gosh. Oh, 3 days till Marvel took on Fighting Souls? Awesome, Geeky. Says, I'm excited for your coverage. Thank you, Geeky PJ. That's very nice of you.
We are the excited too.
If you want, you could add confetti in this, and then you could just hit it manually every time someone does a super chat. Because it won't trigger. That's kind of why I made those different things like member hype and donation hype, where it could just. So maybe on the donation hype, it'll just say thank you, and it'll say the person. It won't say their super chat message. Well, I really want to make myself a salad, but I'm gonna.
You can make yourself a salad.
Oh, I can't.
Why not?
I'm trying to be moral support over here.
Moral support, Amber.
Trying to be the bravest brave that I can brave. I made such an outlandish thumbnail for Wreck-It Ralph and I didn't even unlock him. But it was Road to Wreck-It Ralph.
Road to Wreck-It Ralph. So you didn't get Wreck-It Ralph, but it's the road to him. Okay.
Look at the thumbnail that I made.
Wait, what? Now it's like... Yeah.
So to get Wreck-It Ralph, like... You have to have completed, like, every single thing. You have to have done all of the missions for the Forgotten. You have to have unlocked the Skull Rock. Okay. You have to have placed all of the pillars in the correct order.
Right.
And then you have to unlock and do all the missions for Peter Pan. And then after that, then you can begin doing missions towards unlocking Wreck-It Ralph. So like I was saying on my video earlier today, I've realized that now when they add new characters in Disney Dreamlight Valley, they are in one of 3 categories. So like they're either in you just pay through the nose for the character.
Right.
Or number
Oh, no.
two, they just give it to you because they feel bad, because they might as well give you something free that you don't have to do too many things for. So they just throw the character at you, you have to pay for it. Or category 3, you have to play the game for hours to unlock the character. And that's Wreck-It Ralph is in category 3. Like, you just have to pay. Like, you have to play the game so long to unlock it. Like, you cannot just buy the game and then be like, oh, let's get Wreck-It Ralph. No, that's not going to be happening. Like, you need to do all the missions before you even start to begin doing the mission towards unlocking the character of Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, super annoying. But anyways, yeah. But on the bright side, I'm going to be unlocking Peter Pan soon, hopefully, so excited. Since I didn't get to unlock Captain Hook and Speedstorm, I can finally unlock Peter Pan in this.
The art style in this game is so cool. It doesn't normally look this bright. That's a saturation issue with the capture card, I believe.
Most of the women in your family were soldiers? Oh my gosh, Jotaro. Or most of your family were soldiers. Oh wow. No, it says, seemed interesting. My sister and I are the only women in our bloodline that have yet to be made. Most of the men were soldiers. Okay, I completely misread your comment. I'm so sorry.
Wait, you read that most of the men were maids and what?
I got it fumbled. I got your comment jumbled. I thought the men were maids and the women were soldiers, Jotaro.
They would have been butlers.
Alright. Tomorrow morning is the Fire Emblem Direct. JCat, thank you for so much for renewing your membership and for being a member for 48 months.
If it's a Fire Emblem Direct, Amber can do it tomorrow.
I thought I was supposed to get my license.
Oh shoot, yeah. No, never mind. Amber's gotta go.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Maybe I will, I don't know. Luke, have you ever watched Sign of Affection? And if you did watch it, what did you think about the anime?
Sign of Affection is about the... Is it the deaf girl or the blind girl? There's two animes right now. There was one that came out earlier this year about a deaf girl. It looks sweet. I didn't get around to watching it. And there's a new anime right now about a blind girl.
Yeah, I don't think the highlighted messages actually show up as super...
No.
Program. Okay.
No.
Thank you, JCat. You're breathtaking. Thank you for being a member for 48 months. The men were maids and the women were soldiers. Neat, says Max. Okay. Oh, thanks for resubscribing. We're getting notifications when people subscribe now. Maybe we can put the small...
This is the subscribe one? Oh, no.
Okay, so new member, new subscriber. These are them. You have them both invisible. Subscriber and member. But they're actually under the gameplay, so you'd have to actually move them over the gameplay. You can make them small, though. Okay. But where's the subscriber one?
I'm looking for it.
I know what it is. This is based on Twitch. A Twitch subscriber is a member. Subscribe means become a member. Follow means subscribe. So it says to us, JCat subscribe, but it means he just renewed as member.
Oh, so we don't have a new subscriber thingy then?
No, we do. This is it, but he didn't subscribe. He became a member.
Why is it blank?
Because nobody subscribed.
Oh.
I explained it. Subscribe in this program means become a member or renew membership. See, look it. He did just subscribe. His name is right there.
Right.
Subscribe. Luke, when you subscribe on Twitch, you become a member. When you subscribe on YouTube, you just hit a subscribe button. When you subscribe on Twitch, you pay $5. Subscribing on Twitch is the equivalent of becoming a member on YouTube. This program is based on Twitch streaming.
So that says JCat up there.
Yes.
Okay.
So it does work. If somebody hits the follow button, then they'll appear over here, but nobody has hit that follow button.
Okay. All right. This is confusing. So you have both Twitch and YouTube set up?
No, I just have YouTube, but this program is speaking in Twitch language. This program is geared towards Twitch.
Okay.
That we're using. It doesn't use the language of YouTube. You're gonna have to translate it yourself. Fine. So if you're speaking Twitch, but you're on YouTube, if I pay $5 as a Twitch member, right? As a Twitch subscriber, when you pay $5, fine, let me quiz you.
No quizzes!
When you pay $5 on Twitch, what is that? Is that a follower or is it a subscriber?
That's a subscriber.
Okay, so when it says subscriber over here, you have to translate it from Twitch and you have to translate it into YouTube language. So if it says that JCat Twitch subscribed to you,
he's a member.
It means he membered himself.
This is so confusing! So, if somebody subscribes on the channel, their name is going to pop up on the left side. If they become a member, it's going to be on the right.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, see, that's
But when they become a member, it will...
Stop confusing me!
It will say they subscribe, but it really means they became a member.
Okay. I was just asking you.
It is talking... This streaming software is only... You have to know Twitch language.
You're giving me a headache. Okay? All I need to know, if somebody subscribes, it's on the left. If somebody becomes a member, it's on the right. That's it. Okay. I don't have to overcomplicate things. You're hurting my ADD brain.
Okay, sorry.
Too much. Too much. You make such complicated when it's just a simplified thing. Simple reasoning, simple explanations are always easier to understand than complex. Oh no.
Sometimes it's hard to understand technology, but if it helps, just slam the computer how Patrick did when he said, "We have technology." Thank you for the super chat. There.
Okay, so Max unlocked the goal.
Oh! No, you're at 2377, but you're basically there if you want to do the goal.
Yeah, we'll hold out.
You're $1 from the goal. You could probably do it.
I'm gonna hold out because I'm screwed. Also, copyright is mean, so.
Thank you, Max. Thank you so much for the super chat, Max. You're breathtaking.
So now certain individuals will pop up on streams because of Amber's newfangled streaming. What's it? Yeah.
I'm gonna do it every time someone does a super chat. I'm adding.
So Amber says this every time on this channel now. When Amber's present, I don't know how to do this.
All right, add it.
No, I'm talking. So, all right. So, whenever Amber is present on streams, anyone who super chats will have their comment appear for like 10 seconds on the video. That means when the chat disappears, people won't think we're crazy talking to the audience because they can actually see the audience member on the screen. So I think that's actually kind of a cool thing we can do now. You can actually highlight your question from a super chat on the thing. So people with super chat, we will be doing that, and eventually I will learn to do it, just not right now. Because, yeah. What is it doing? Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. That's actually a really cool thing. Yeah, so there you go. So usually YouTube erases our stream thingamabobber, so now people can actually see what, you know, the people who super chat had said, because Amber is able to put you on the stream itself. Yeah. So. Please, Amber, I have a headache, honey. Don't make things too complex for me, okay? Simple explanations. I've never done well with technology. I've never done well with technology. Okay. The only thing we have to do is we have to get our subscribe widget in here. Okay.
What do you mean subscribe? Oh yeah, please.
No, it's the notification thing that pops up.
Remember to
when you start the stream. It's the first thing that.
Yeah, we can do that.
But we don't want it to come up like a constantly showing up. It's just comes on.
Yeah.
It doesn't loop, so we don't want it to loop.
Oh, I thought you could do... Before I had confetti that streamed down. Now it just does a burst of confetti, so I'm just confused.
I don't know ever. So.
Burst is actually probably better. That way it doesn't interrupt the whole stream.
Ding.
Alright, Luke's holding out for that last...
I already did.
Oh.
I'm...
Oh, you got the music on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't notice that.
I'm not a caveman. It's just, I've never done well with technology, okay? I couldn't even program my VCR to have a clock on it. Just, it was...
What's next? Amber and Luke are gonna be VTubers, says Charles.
I mean,
if
we
Luke
would...
had his way of it, he would.
If I had my way and we had money, there would be little anime us's on the screen right now.
Why not?
Yeah.
We don't like having ourselves on camera, so why don't we just
Yeah.
have avatars of ourselves?
I mean, we had avatars of ourselves before there were VTubers. We've been anime us's on our channel for like 12 years. They just not animated. Well, actually, no, that's not true. There's a couple animated us's on our channel. The original introduction, with us jumping on the couch, and then our T-rated introduction with us in space. But that wasn't really animated very well.
Yeah.
They're just kind of standing there, blinking their eyes. Actually, my character doesn't blink at all because I have, like, sunglasses. So what they did is they did that 90s thing where the sunglasses had, like, that tint to it. Like, so it was almost like Cyclops' visor. If you look at when they're going up the elevator of Keaton, his glasses does, like, this glint thing where you can see the light go across from one sunglass to the other. That's a cinematic effect in anime, like old school anime. Like to show cool sunglasses. But my character actually doesn't have eyes. Your character has eyes, and you blink like once or twice in that entire animation with us on the elevator. But I don't even think we really walk anywhere. Actually, no, we do walk somewhere, and then we do the Toonami thing where we pull down on this mechanism, and it activates the K-Teen logo. It was actually a pretty cool thing, but I don't think it was worth the amount of money we spent on it.
No.
Like, if we could redo that with AI or something, oh my gosh, we could make that look like... We could really make it look like the episode of Teen Titans in the... gosh, what was the... Night Begins to Shine animation.
Yeah.
Like, we could probably have Grok do it. Be like, Grok, can you take this old animation that's 10 seconds that looks really bad and, like, make it look like the Teen Titans episode Night Begins to Shine? And see if Grok can do it.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool because it'd be updated.
Look, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Now that we can actually schedule streams, I wouldn't mind doing that pirate game again.
What, you want to try Assassin's Creed again? We got new games coming out in like less than 2 days. Why go back to Assassin's Creed? What do you mean, what new
I
games?
thought you said Assassin's Creed was one of the most fun games of all time.
It was fun, but people weren't watching.
That's because we couldn't make the stream schedule.
Fine, fine. I will.
And I'm gonna make a cool thumbnail. I was in the process of making it.
All right. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock, we will do a test, okay? Oh yes, you set up the stream overnight.
Oh.
And if after an hour only it says 100 views, I'm changing it to something else.
Oh.
Because that will mean it's a flop.
And what system are we playing that on again? Just
Xbox.
Okay.
But I'm a man of my word. I will let you set it up overnight. People have like over 12 hours to make a little thing about the Assassin's Creed game. If they do not show up for it, and it only has 100 views, I'm scrubbing it.
Oh.
The only way that I will allow it is if it gets like up to 20 or 30 bucks in super chats while the music is running. Because then I won't care about views, but I'm guaranteeing you nobody's going to show up for that because everybody's talking about how they don't like the remake.
Why? What's the matter with it?
Because they made all the ladies of the night really fat and ugly when they're supposed to be really attractive, as well as all the NPCs look bad. Compared to the original.
I've never seen the original, so I don't know.
You have lots of places that you can play the original.
To compare it from.
Let's see, we have the original on Wii U, PS3.
Why don't you just play the original then?
Because I'm too lazy to set up my Wii U and PS3.
I'll set it up then. I wanna see you play it.
Wow.
I think we should start with the original. Let's play the actual game. Just say like in the description, just be like, they messed up the characters, so we're gonna play the original.
They didn't mess up the core characters. They were actually, this is what they should have done to begin with, though. This is why the activists aren't very smart. The original characters actually look okay. It's just everybody has like a Hollywood glow up. So what made the original Assassin's Creed Black Flag so interesting is people look like, you know, pirates. They were dirty, gross, missing teeth, black teeth, you know.
So they made some people too ugly, and they made other people too good looking.
You didn't let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the NPCs, everybody looked like normal people. In the remake, they do body positivity stuff, and not for everybody, but for some of the characters, they make it very evident that, you know, here you go. And that bothers people because they're like, well, what's the point? Like, supposedly, because you have the option of cheating on your wife with like one of those women, and those women are not, you know, your wife is very pretty, obviously. And they kept her pretty, or Catherine was kept pretty in the beginning of the game.
Oh wow, I didn't know that was his wife.
Yeah, that's his wife. He leaves her to be a pirate or a privateer for a while. Yeah.
Oh, she is pretty.
Yep, Catherine.
I'm not looking at it right now.
No, I know.
Remembering.
But I promise you, if you set it up overnight and it doesn't get any attention like this stream's got 70, 80 people here.
Would you rather play the remake, or would you rather play the older one?
I don't think I actually haven't, we switched capture cards now. So we have an Elgato 60S Plus in this room now. We retired the old Elgato.
You don't think we could even use the old one?
I don't know what's going to happen when we hook up HDMI to Wii U to see what the Elgato 60S is going to do.
Maybe we could get Assassin's Creed Black Flag on Steam Deck.
The original? I don't think they have the original on Steam Deck. You're so cute.
Where can you play it then?
I just told you, Wii U, PS3.
But we can't stream Wii U anymore.
We don't know that. I haven't tested it yet.
Well, I'll test it with you tonight then.
No, we have what's-his-name stream after this.
After that, I'll be up testing it with you at 3 in the morning with you.
In fact, I think Steam Deck is the only one that's messed up with the color stuff. Like, the color is all messed up, like, down there.
I want to see what the characters look like when they look better.
They don't look better, they look darker.
No. What do you mean darker?
You weren't listening to me. So, on the PS3 and the other systems, the characters look darker because they're all piratey and dark and stuff. Like,
Oh, so they brightened everything up?
I said, they gave the Hollywood glow up to the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remastered. So it's like, we'll say 30 years later, somebody does a remake of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now the characters look all, like, nice looking instead of, like, pirates. You know how they look, like, all dirty and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that was one of the core things about, the original Assassin's Creed. They looked gross. Because they're out on the ocean, they can't wash and bathe very much, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like if you work online for weeks at a time.
Wow. Checkpoint.
The original Black Flag is on PC, says Meyer Kilo.
Okay, never mind it. You might be able to get it.
Ooh!
Meyer, why?
So basically, the only difference is the ladies of the night look pretty in
All the characters look nice.
in
Normal.
the original, and the ladies of the night look like way bigger in the new one.
Any character that is an NPC in the new one has different nationalities, and they have different body sizes.
I actually was wondering about that when we were playing it, but I didn't say anything. I was kind of wondering why everyone kind of looked like in the town, like there was no pretty people in the town. Like nobody looked very good. Like everyone kind of looked, especially like the ladies that were flirting with people looked like huge, and I was like, oh.
Be one thing if there's, you know, if there's a block where there's just really rotund women on just one side of the map, that would make sense. Of course, there's going to be all kinds of different, you know, variety. If you want the cows, you go to the other side of the map. You want the normal chicks, then you go to the left side or whatever. But the problem is, they're like, no, every design is gonna be, they're gonna be cows. Okay, why? That's why, you know, I'm glad that they're just kind of regulating it to NPCs now, because the main story characters look fine. Whereas before, they would have done stuff to the main, you know, the way the main characters look.
I mean, I don't want you to get mad at me, but I did think the main character did look like kind of handsome, actually.
Yeah, he's supposed to look handsome. I don't care.
Okay.
I can acknowledge, you know, game acknowledges game, but he's not real.
Yeah, well, Crom isn't real either, Luke.
Crom is a blight on this household! And the fact that Crom amiibo survived, I'm very mad at you. I threw that amiibo out when we moved, and miraculously Crom is here. I know, I purposely threw him out. He was in the trash can downstairs. It's like, I packed up the office, he's gone.
Hey.
Then where do I find the Crom box?
I thought that fell in there by mistake.
I didn't get to finish. So the Crom box, you know where it was, guys? I'm unpacking the kitchen stuff. And there, inside one of the kitchen boxes, is the Crom amiibo. Wow.
Well, I thought you threw it away by mistake. I didn't want you to accidentally throw something away.
No, that was on purpose. I threw that away. You were like, we can't take everything. I was like, okay, good to know. So long, Crom.
I did tell you to throw a few things out because we couldn't take everything.
Exactly. You told me I could throw things out, so I was like, I'm throwing it out.
Luke. You made Crom sad.
You made me sad when I opened the kitchen box and I'm unpacking dishes, and there he is.
Crom surviving the move is really funny, says Geeky PJ.
Yeah, I know, right?
Crom is gone, LOL, says John.
No, he's not. He's here. He's in the house.
He's gonna be like Chucky, like stalking Luke at night.
No, he's still in his box.
He's trapped in his box for now, but he's planning to get out. One of these days, Luke's gonna be too tired to take me on a date, and he's gonna catch me in the other room, hanging out with Crom.
Hanging out with the amiibo?
With the
That's so weird.
You're gonna see, like, Crom is gonna be holding a little sign inside of his box that's gonna say, "How you doing?"
You just made this weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Otherwise, it will not work.
It's so bright.
Alright,
it hurts
so
my
tomorrow, guys, if you guys want to see either the original or the new, you know...
No, it wouldn't be the original, it'd be the
maybe we can get it on Steam Deck.
I'm not starting over again.
Then I'll play it from the beginning.
Don't you have Wind Waker to finish?
No, I want to see the... I want to see the pretty ladies of the night. I don't want to... I want to see what they look like in their cute outfits.
They didn't have cute outfits. It was just basic medieval dresses.
No,
Sort of.
I don't want to
Tavern
play.
dresses.
I don't want to play the game if it just has ugly.
Okay, you realize that people can't hear the cutscene, right? They paid top dollar.
Quelled the violence in our hearts and filled it once more with compassion. I willingly offer you my assistance.
Hooray! Next level. Scooby-Doo references? Lots of Scooby-Doo references. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo.
Maybe you could just add a GIF of a lady of the night in a floor-length dress, and have her, like, you know, like doing a hula dance on the corner of the screen, like as a little GIF, so that you have your little lady of the night. That is
What
cute.
does that mean? Isn't this video technically a flop? I mean, it made $25, so no?
What video?
I don't know.
You want me to highlight their message?
No, because I've had other messages. Please be the remake. It'll be the remake.
I don't want the remake. Why can't we it's on Steam Deck?
Because definitely people won't show up for the old one.
Why?
Because no one wants to see an old game.
But you just said no one wanted to see the new one.
I know, that's why people didn't show up for the other one. Hey, wait, that's Kevin Smith in there. That's back when Kevin Smith was pretending to be cool.
Whoa.
What? That's before he did He-Man.
I hope we don't meet Kevin Smith in real life. I'm trying to be nicer to celebrities in case I meet them.
Nah, I mean, I said... Actually, I think Kevin Smith and I had an exchange on Twitter years ago. Wasn't good.
I just feel bad for the I don't even want to talk about it, but the celebrity we did meet that...
We've met a couple celebrities.
I know, but one of them that knew that we said stop. And now I'm very aware of this, and I'm trying not... I wasn't under the impression I would ever meet that person in real life.
Well, I mean, we were the biggest Power Ranger channel on YouTube at the time, so I'm sure he did know about us, which was funny.
I feel...
The Ranger couple!
I feel horrible about it. If I would have known that I would have met the person in real life, I would have not said that stuff. I just thought they didn't see my channel. Now I'm gonna try to be nicer to Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith, we don't like your choices for what you do for the fans, but we do. Your hair looks nice.
Oh no! You don't understand. I can explain it to you. So,
no.
We've got 983 views on this stream. So this stream is this stream is a success because it already made $25. Like, all ad revenue that's not fan generated is going to be taken by YouTube and Warner Brothers because we put the music back on. The Assassin's Creed thing if the music is running for an hour and it only has 100 views, we only get paid if we get 1,000 views. So we can only stream for a maximum of 5 hours, because any stream past 5 hours, we can't edit in the YouTube editing. That means all the music for like 3 hours will be on the stream. We can't get rid of it.
Yeah, no,
so that's what we're talking about.
No, this video has more than 65 views, the Destroyer.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many views it has because YouTube has the weird thing of like, but it's not 100 views we need on the other video, it's 1,000.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm glad that you're excited about seeing Assassin's Creed. I'm excited about seeing Luke play Assassin's Creed. I'm really using all my wife request cards, like, a lot, like, recently. I made Luke play Halo, and now I'm gonna make him play Assassin's Creed. I just like to see him play different games. In fact, I think I use my wife request card every time there's a Sonic game. Almost every time, I'm always like, yay, Luke, please do the Sonic game.
You don't have a wife request card. You ask me to do something, I may or may not do it. Just like you don't have to ask for hugs and snuggles and things, you just do it.
Yeah, today I was...
Because that ring on your finger gives you a lot of power and privileges that no other woman has. That's special just for you.
That means if you leave and you become a pirate, you have to come back to me after you find gold.
Yeah.
You're not gonna come back?
I'm not very good with maps. I don't know how I'd find you again.
Oh my gosh.
What? It's true.
That would be frustrating.
I like how he says, save the bad acting, we already know. So we have to steal Sinestro's power battery.
Luke is more like a knight than a pirate. Says
Oh, thank you. I
Alpha.
appreciate that.
That's very sweet, Alpha.
Oh, I forgot what to do here.
Now I know that the Assassin's Creed guy is married and he's trying to get money to bring home to his wifey, and I wanna see the game more.
Yeah, but he might actually cheat on Catherine. I don't remember. Because, like I said, you can be with other women.
Don't be afraid, Robin. That's what Sinestro wants.
Well, I'll just leave with that episode.
Amber's tone changes.
He better not. I'm gonna be really mad. That's why we need a bright slap gif when guys.
But even the ladies of the night of the original game weren't prettier than his wife. That's the thing. That's why I never understand why men. Well, I do know why some men cheat, but I never understand why a man would cheat with a woman that is not as beautiful as his wife. Like that's always a weird thing for me. I never understood that. I always look at men weird who, you know, they have a beautiful woman at home and they cheat with an ugly woman. Either their wife's personality is so bad that they're just settling for sloppy seconds, or, you know, their wife is really mean and, you know, the lady has a better personality or something, but I don't know.
I don't know, Luke. I don't know if we should be talking about this while playing Lego Batman.
Fine, I'll save it for a second.
It's a spicy conversation.
Spicy conversation. You want to know what spicy conversation? I've bought a new editing program so I can work in my office, and I'm still waiting 3 days later for said editing program to come. And the thing that I don't like now, this is the difference between New York and Pennsylvania. At least in Pennsylvania, when you get a new Amazon order, they put it in a box so people don't know what it is. New York comes to your house and they drop it off like they picked it up a store shelf. So everyone in the neighborhood can see what it is, whether it's a game, a movie, or software. It's literally there in its store box on your porch.
Sometimes it has a box, but sometimes it doesn't.
Hardly ever has a box on it. Unless you buy several items together and they put it in a box together. Like, I was very surprised that they didn't just throw SAO on my porch as is. So I don't like that. It's like, please just put it in a box. I live in a neighborhood that I shouldn't be showing people what I have. I'm still nervous from people seeing all the stuff we had when the moving company came, because they just put all our stuff outside for the whole neighborhood to see. Here's an arcade cab, here's computers, here's a giant bed.
Remember in Massachusetts, we had stuff stolen from us all the time. That was so stressful.
Yes, we did.
That was so stressful. I hated that.
Before we moved to Cape Cod, we had like packages delivered to us that we'd have to talk to the developer. I didn't actually get that game. It's gone.
I hated that so much. We would lose contacts and everything. Developers would get mad at us. I hated that. Sometimes they give us a code or something.
Well, that's why they started giving us instead of giving us physical games, they gave us digital.
I hated that so much. We should have had a like a video camera on our porch to catch.
Well, that's why we asked the complex. We said, "Hey, can you like make sure that they leave big packages with you?" And then we just went to the front desk, and then that stopped. But
I
still,
hated that. That was so frustrating because it ruined so much stuff. I hated that. Oh my gosh.
Yep, that happened.
It's the worst.
Don't have to shoot
the safest way to get games and stuff is just walk all the way to the store, get them, and then drive them home. But the thing is, like, if you're doing it on release day, if it's the release day of the Nintendo Switch 2 or something, yeah, people are trying to rob people.
Yeah, the fact that they literally stick it, like, if we bought, let's say we got the brand new Xbox in a couple years while living here, they're just gonna throw the box on the
That's why
porch.
we'll have to stand in line to get it again.
Of course, it's never a good idea to buy stuff online because they just drop it off.
Yeah, Luke actually has a whole method for basically making sure that people don't, like, attack you and rob you when you are on the release day of a console. Basically, he gets a, like another bag, like either a burlap bag or like a bag where you put groceries in, and you put that around the plastic bag of your Xbox or PlayStation or Switch.
Yep.
And then it looks like you just have groceries in there.
Well, okay, this is why this worked, honey. The game store was right across the street from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, I mean, you realize that we do have to travel almost as far as we do to the movie theater to go to a game store. There is no game store in this town.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Sadness.
There is Walmart and Target.
Yeah, I guess those are game stores.
No, not really. Pre-ordering at Walmart and Target is a disaster.
Yeah,
Never do that.
It is horrible. I remember people talking about the Switch 2 and talking about how Walmart canceled their order.
Walmart and Target will even cancel your pre-orders in store. They just don't get enough.
Yeah, they're mean.
So if you have to, I'll wait till the cutscene's over.
Wonder Woman, Grundy, help Lantern. They're not real, Robin.
They're still scary!
It's reading your mind. It knows what scares you.
How pitiful. This green menace has simply become a giant puppet.
Don't worry about me, guys. Save yourselves.
Put him down, Sinestro.
Quickly, after him before
Now Batman is back to being Batman. Alright, what was I saying before? Oh. If you have to reserve a system and it's online, your best place to get one during release of a new console is either Best Buy or Amazon. Any other company, Walmart or Target, is going to cancel your pre-order within 48 hours because they're going to get too many pre-orders that they cannot honor. Best Buy and Amazon always, the people who order the fastest always get it. Now with Best Buy, you might not get it on release day. It might be like a week later. I believe when we did the PS5, we did it through Best Buy, and it was like the big rush for it. So we didn't get it the first week.
Yeah,
Our PS5 came after 2 weeks.
John Doe's saying exactly. It's either Best Buy or Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon is good, says Jay Good.
Yeah, but you have to make sure that you order it when Amazon still has their orders up.
Jay Good was saying something that Kevin Smith said a long time ago. He said it August.
Oh, I was fighting with Kevin Smith about He-Man.
August 17th, 2022. Okay, you quoted him from then. I don't really understand all his stuff, but he said something about how would a filmmaker publicly countering a studio get the filmmaker more jobs from Hollywood? Do you honestly think WB would ever hire me now? And other studios will think twice about hiring a director that bites the hand that feeds them. 9:16 p.m. August 17th, 2022.
Oh, when I yelled at him?
I don't know if it's you or if he was just saying it, but from what I'm seeing from that, it seems like what he's saying is, oh, if I don't suck up to the studios, how do you guys expect me to keep getting hired? But it's like, well, I mean, you could just do a different job. You don't have to have the job of sucking up to the studio. Like, you could pick something else to do. Like, it just seems like his job is like, hey, here's my job. It's called lying to fans and pretending that I'm a fan when I'm not, so I can manipulate people into buying products to make them think that the product is quality, but it really sucks. Maybe you could find a different way of making an income instead of just lying to people and manipulate them into buying like terrible products. So basically what you're saying, Kevin Smith, is that you're a used car salesman selling people lemons when in fact the cars are broken down. And you're pretending the cars are good, and that's what you're doing with the games and the series and stuff that you're selling. You're pretending as though it's good and when it's not. That's a terrible thing to make a career out of.
Can you remove the dollar thing at the bottom now? Thank you. And did that updated without you doing anything?
I didn't update it. It automatically it sees your chat right there. It gets information from your stream.
Whoa.
Yeah, one of your other software couldn't do that, and this is free.
Other software can do a lot of things.
Yeah, the software is stupid. But I mean, like, you shouldn't, you shouldn't have that be your job. Your job is to manipulate people to think that the show is going to be good and lie to them, bold-face, lie to them, tell them the show is going to be great and it's going to be just like the nostalgic show that they knew. But in reality, you're completely lying. You know the show is a piece of garbage. You're telling them and lying and telling them that all these great things are going to be in the show, but it's not. And that's what you choose to do as a career, is lie to consumers to try to get them to buy a terrible product.
I think the reason...
It just seems... Why would you do that as a job?
The reason why I even, like, got involved with Kevin Smith is he was lying about how a bunch of YouTubers were making stuff up about him, but, like, everything that the YouTubers discussed really happened.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like... if he was just upfront with people and be like, yeah, Tila's going to be the main focus of the show, and we're going to get rid of He-Man for a while, and we're going to do this and that, and we're going to be heavily borrowing ideas from, things that you guys don't like from modern audiences, and then He-Man will come back, and the second season will be really good. I mean, maybe he could have saved face, but he kept like holding on to the, I never said blah blah blah, or and he went and he tried to completely, I think he tried to sue the the
Oh,
fish people.
yeah, people calling him out and
I'm trying.
stuff.
No, I'm trying to remember their
Oh, I
name.
think I know who they are.
Oh gosh, what was their name?
Uh,
No, they
um,
have a flounder.
oh my gosh. I can't remember. It's a husband and wife
It's a husband and
couple?
wife team. I've talked to them on occasion, but I can't remember their YouTube channel. Clownfish, I think is their
Yeah,
name.
it
Yeah,
is. That is their name.
because they really like Finding Nemo. And it's actually an
Oh,
interesting story.
I didn't know that's
the
why they
guy
named
the
them.
guy behind Clownfish actually used to be a comic book author, and he did the Disney Afternoon comics like back in the day.
Oh
Like
wow, I
he
didn't know
actually
that.
worked on like DuckTales and a couple other Disney comic books, like in, I don't know, I think it was the late 90s or something. And then he and his wife got involved with making a website for families about Disney parks and attractions, and that was their job. They would go to Disney parks and do journalist stuff about like all the new exciting things happening at the Disney parks around the world. That's what they did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know them in real life, but
Only talk to them on occasion.
one thing I do seem to feel about them is that, like, a lot of YouTubers, like, a lot of them, a lot, it feels like they have to feel like they have to say something or do something so they can get in with a certain company so they can still get paid.
Of course.
And I feel like with Clownfish, it feels like they have a lot of different income sources going on, like their Disney park thing and
They don't do the Disney park thing anymore, though,
oh,
do they?
but it just feels like when they make a video, it feels like they just don't care what they just say their opinion. It doesn't feel like they are trying to please people with their opinion.
Well, I mean, they don't have to really worry about that because they get tons of views, so they have lots of revenue coming in from their channel. Plus, they have like a big Patreon. I think they have like, I forget how big it was last time I saw it. When I was talking to them, they were averaging about like 2,000
And that's how
on Patreon.
we used to be years ago, not with the Patreon, but
No, never with the Patreon.
we could say whatever we wanted because we didn't care. Like we weren't shadow banned. We could just I really saw them as like sort of similar to ourselves where
They had similarities.
I also really liked how like his wife was the first person I ever heard say out loud, like, because that was during the time when they were starting the activism thing with the female characters. And I always heard men say they didn't like, making the female characters look like sticks and try to take off the curves of the female characters. And you never heard you didn't really hear girls talk about it a lot. And I really, really liked what she said, like, where she said, well, I actually like curvy female characters personally because I'm curvy
Yep.
in real life, and that character looks like me. And I was like, thank you, because I always said that, and I felt like I was the only one, because everyone made me feel like, oh, great, you're showing off that you're curvy and everything. But it's like, I'm not showing off. I'm just letting you know that there are curvy girls. They exist. You're trying to say that, like, it's just Pamela Anderson and then the rest of us. Like, that's not the reality. Like, a lot of women have curves. There's not just like one or two women that have curves. Like, a lot of them do. So it's just, I was very thankful that she actually said something like about that. I really like hearing, like, she's not on every video, but I do really like hearing her opinion.
It's because I think she writes the website too. I mean, they used to podcast a lot during the pandemic, but he almost helped us a couple times. There was like some shady stuff. Like when our channel got hacked, they were really considering doing an expose and an interview on us, but like he was amazed that our channel got restored so quickly because usually it took so long. Like it was unheard of to get your channel back after 8 hours, which was all Travis. Like Travis got the channel back so quickly.
Oh, thank God.
YouTube, it took when Abdallah's channel got hacked, I believe he told me it took YouTube 4 weeks almost to get his channel back. But the thing that they did for him that they didn't do for us is they didn't erase his channel, they suspended it. So that's why he's still getting like hundreds of people watching, and you know, he still averages like a few million views monthly, is because he was never erased. He was just suspended. And that was thanks to me, because I talked to YouTube about the dangers of erasing a channel that didn't do anything wrong. That's why when a channel does something now, YouTube does the suspension process of like 3 weeks before they decide if they're going to erase your channel. Like,
Yeah,
so basically you go into a suspension jail for like 3 weeks.
I'm gonna start crying thinking about it.
Well, I mean, we were one of the first big channels ever hit, honey. There's not, when you're the first, there's not much you can do. But speaking of the first, I was just thinking about the guy who called us the Ranger couple. The second Red Ranger is aware of us too, but he's never said anything about us. Because he knows I'm not a fan of Rocky, but...
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Steve.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So
It's Gerard's fault! He told Steve.
Why?
I don't know, he just thought it was funny. He had an interview with Steve.
Why would he do that?
Well, I mean, he and I weren't really talking anymore, but he remembered how much I didn't like Rocky, so he decided to bring it up to him. I don't know why, he just did.
But you said nice things about Rocky also.
Have I?
You said that it was nice that he and Austin St. John were like friends and stuff.
I said that. I said I had no problem with Rocky as the Blue Ranger. But he was a terrible Red Ranger, and I will always, 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 always say that because it's true. He's a horrible Red Ranger.
We're gonna make enemies with every Ranger.
But he is a great Zeo Ranger. You can't change my mind that he was amazing in Zeo, because he was. Because he learned his role. He learned his place. He's not a Red Ranger, he's a Blue Ranger. And he's an excellent Blue Ranger.
Oh, he became a Blue Ranger later?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, of course, Zeo. Why do you think Zeo was so good? It was all character, like, character arcs.
Well, I might make a salad, Luke.
You've said that.
I know. I just thought I was... Oh, I thought I was encouraging you.
Yeah, a while ago, Steve and Austin had a podcast, like, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but they seem... It's actually funny. The OG Red, his replacement, and another Zeo Ranger live on the same street.
Oh,
like,
right.
Austin,
I remember something
Austin,
like that.
Steve, and the actress who played Tanya all live in the same area of Texas.
It's pretty weird.
And JDF used to live in the same area of Texas near Austin.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
Some of
is
the
so
former
weird.
Mighty Morphin actors all live in either California or Texas.
Man, I don't know why everyone moves to Texas.
Because it's cheaper than California.
But there's so many other states besides Texas you could move to.
That's true.
I mean, you could move anywhere. I mean...
Well, I mean, Johnny Ambosh moved to Texas because there was anime recording in Texas.
Oh, that's right. There's a big hub of, like, animes.
There's anime stuff there.
So if you're an actor, it's either California, Texas, or you could move to Canada.
Well, if you're a voice actor, your options are California, so Los Angeles, Austin, Texas, or not Austin, Dallas, Texas, I think, New York City, Ontario, Canada, and Atlanta, Georgia. There is a voice acting studio for anime and other things in Atlanta now, and there's voice acting opportunities in New York City.
I know Houston, Dallas, and Austin are big cities.
Yep. But there used to be a lot of anime in Texas. Not so much anymore. They have a couple recording studios.
Yeah, all my dad's siblings live in Texas. All of them. It is very hot there.
It is very hot there. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Maybe it is affordable there. I don't really know. Although I will say everything is bigger in Texas, that is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we got there, well, actually I visited many times when I was a kid, but when I actually drove there when I was like more like a teenager, I remember just the first time I was like conscious of like actually going to the stores there. Stores are huge in Texas, and also the jars of peanut butter were like massive. It's like it's almost like everyone is just like goes to the store in Texas to squirrel away food for the winter and brings it home, like goes shopping every 6 months or something, because like everything there is huge. But that was before I knew what Costco was or something.
Right.
But yeah, it is. I just thought the food stores there are massive. I was also surprised that like most states, like the speed limit says 60 or 65. Speed limit in Texas is like 70 or 80 miles an hour for the speed limit, and people go way beyond that. It's like way fast. People drive much faster.
Yep.
Oh no. Well, I guess I'm.
What are you doing?
Giving you a hug.
Okay. It's kind of a weird hug, but. Okay, you're really warm. Okay.
Love you, Lucky.
Love you too. Please don't do that on the air.
I meant to say Luke.
Mm,
Sorry, I called you by your nickname.
it's not a nickname. The nickname you gave me and my mom. It's a name that I thought I was long forgotten, and then I got engaged. Texas. There are sure a lot. Oh, whoa, I almost wiped out our Steam Deck. Steam Deck. Hey, Amber, could you make sure the computer is still transferring over all those Photoshop files?
I admire your persistence, but it will not be enough.
Let him go, Sinestro. I know a thing or two.
No, Lucas is not my name.
You know nothing of fear, Batman. Nothing!
Sounds like they're not afraid of you, Sinestro, and neither am I.
My name on my birth certificate says Luke, which would be Luke, which would be my legal name is Luke, not Lucas.
No, it can't be. You're fools if you're not afraid of Sinestro. I'll make you afraid.
Great to have you back, Hal. Good thing you weren't afraid.
Yeah.
We Green Lanterns learn to overcome our fears.
Yes, skip the ones with the same name. Nobody quotes SpongeBob Texas episode. I don't want to say what my wife's nickname for me is. I don't want to talk about it. I don't like it.
This is your final warning, Joel. Leave before someone really...
Amber, how long ago were those bagel bites in the microwave? An hour? What do you mean it'll be fine? At least heat them up again. Wait, Amber, it says the stream's been on for 3 hours. Oh. What software? Yeah, we can't say the name of our streaming software. Oh, that's fun. Oh, these guys are endless. What am I doing? Uh-oh. How did I get up there? I skipped a whole part of this episode. Oops. I don't even know how I did that. Whoops, hang on, gang. I need to fix something. Solomon Grundy and all those other people can't get here because... I skipped some stuff. What? Ah! Thank you, Ams. What did I do wrong? I sped through the level and I messed something up. No, you eat your dinner. Or snack, or whatever you want to call it. Am I still gonna use the Arkham games when doing backdrop for talking about Batman stuff? Yeah, probably. People like it. Why would I change? The only thing I changed is having a better microphone. So I'll have a better sounding voice, and I might incorporate... Sometimes I might use some, like, AI stuff in my videos, like, for background. Like, maybe, like, describing a dark alleyway or something. I'll show, like, an AI image, or... Not AI image, like a... I want, like, a moving image. Like, you know... creepy, like, city alley at night, you know? Or, like, very, like, 1950s-esque, like, architecture with, like, a Twilight background. Twilight meaning, like, you know, the background. like has to do with the way the sun hits and stuff like that. Not sparkly vampire, stop it. It's twilight. The time of day, not the vampire. Just things like that. You know, I want to make use of technology to better illustrate my points in videos, or like, you know, painting, because before what I did is I just used my voice as an illustration. And, you know, I don't like that. I don't like being, when my creativity is not able to come out the way that I envision it, because I don't have money, like, to pay, like, thousands of dollars for, like, Photoshop effects or, Photoshop, thingies. It would be nice, like, I don't know. Usually back in the day, here's what the alternative was, okay? A lot of people were mad about CGI, right? Companies would offer cheaper alternatives for, like, practical effects and video editing and stuff like that. It'd be like, oh, we don't really like the idea of computer graphics, whatever, but, you know, filmmakers need this and this stuff. Like, so here's, you know, here's actual footage of a volcano, or here's, you know, a storm, and you pay $100 and you get like thousands of effects that were practical or whatever to combat CGI. What do filmmakers do today? It's like, oh, we don't like the use of AI, so our programs are still $1,000 or whatever. It's like, well, why don't they try to make their stuff competitive? So for people that don't want to use generative AI, you know, they have options. But basically what happens is people are like, I don't like generative AI, and it's like, I want you to use real effects. It's like, okay, cool. Are you going to sponsor it? You're going to pay for it? And they're like, no. It's like, then shut up. You know, I can't, obviously I don't want to use stuff that I can't afford. I would love to use, like, actual real-looking things, but it's expensive. It's like, I would love to work with our artist that we worked with for 10 years. He's too expensive. He won't bring down his prices. So, you know, and even YouTube itself, YouTube rewards thumbnails that are generative AI as opposed to real thumbnails. There's a Batman Season 2 Cape Crusader review right now that's going viral on YouTube. And there's several people that have done reviews of Batman the Cape Crusader Season 2 using actual official artwork and stuff. They got 1,000 views. This guy's got 200,000 views on his video using an AI thumbnail, and he only has like 100,000 subscribers. Now, on average, with 100,000 subscribers, he would only be doing, like, if he was lucky, about 10,000 views on his review. But people are clicking on his channel, and YouTube's promoting him because of his use of generative AI. The algorithm likes it more. I don't know why, they just do. Don't shoot the messenger, it's true, though. But the same thing is, you don't want to use too much of that stuff in your video because YouTube doesn't like that. Then they say, okay, that's not real content. You're using too much of it now. So it's like, I want like a happy medium. Like, here's a little bit of like rain in an alleyway, and, you know, here's a first-person perspective of Batman hanging out on a gargoyle. Things like that. You know? Because I'll tell you what happens if I go to film a alleyway with smoke and stuff in the area I live. I'm going to get mugged. I go out at 3 a.m. where they have, like, misty, foggy stuff in between an alleyway of, like, some buildings. I'm going to get, you know, most likely somebody's going to mug me. There's only one other guy. This is how old I feel. The only other guy on the internet who's just like me is Tyrone. Tyrone is the only other guy that is similar to me on YouTube. We have a little bit difference of opinion, but we're about the same age.
Why doesn't it read your mind for a change?
It is, but I've buried my emotions for so long it can't find anything I'm scared of.
You need to be scared.
You need your emotions, Batman.
Robin is going to get hurt. I got it. Let's go.
They have my power batteries.
One of them's mine. We will just have to go get them.
I didn't even see them take the yellow power battery, though. I thought Batman gave up the yellow power battery because Robin was going to get hurt. And now supposedly they still have it? Like... Okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do the final level, may as well. Why not? We got time. Activists are saying on Twitter the Cape Crusader is what the animated series should have been. No. The only people that like the Cape Crusaders Season 2 is activists, though. Like, most normal people don't like it. It's not very good. What does that say there? Wait, is it constantly popping up saying where are they on the video? Okay, I'm disabling that. Okay, there we go. We'll keep the JCat thing up there.
The resized Earth has made it difficult to track Superman.
I'm scared we'll never find him.
Man, I wish I could do the color correction. I feel so bad for you guys, because I have the right colors on my TV, but the capture card makes everything super bright. Like the Elgato 60 Plus, 60S Plus or whatever, makes everything look super bright on playback, but it's really not. Because my TV is the correct colors. It's weird. The only reason they say that, Jay Good, is because they can't write something without... As someone who has watched Batman content for, like, my entire life, the animated series was written well because it focuses on the world that it's in. And Batman is a confident detective. He is a non-compromising vigilante. He's a compassionate individual. He's a ruthless, punisher of crime, or, administrator of vengeance. He has characters that revolve around him that can bounce off dialogue, and he's always the focal point of his show. The Caped Crusader, the problem with that show is Batman is not the focal point. In the first season, he's the sidekick to Barbara Gordon, who is the main focus, and then Renee Montoya is the other main focus, and a little bit of Commissioner Gordon. A show called Batman is supposed to revolve around the title character. The only good thing they did about Season 2, without giving away too many spoilers, is Batman is the focal point. Everything revolves around him, and all of his actions from the first season impact a lot of the characters that you meet, like Mad Hatter, Joker, Riddler, all those other things. Like, they're coming into the limelight because of what Batman did in the first season. So that's good. That shows character development. Here's the bad things about Season 2. Batman needs to be saved by Carrie Kelly. Sorry, that's a spoiler. Batman is incompetent as a detective. Several characters get away from Batman and leave Gotham, and he's never able to find them. And then he says things like, if that person ever comes back, then I'll punish them. It's like he couldn't even stop them from getting on a train. He's an idiot. He has an opportunity to give himself better technology. He refuses it because he makes up some reason that even Alfred is the voice of reason and the voice of the fans in the show. And Batman is like the activists on Twitter that think they're better than everybody. Like, he's kind of a moron, but he thinks he's right. The combat for Batman has gotten better in the second season. Like, he's able to hold his own against people finally. The only time that he was involved in a really good fight scene in the Caped Crusader was against a ghost, the Gentleman Ghost, in the first season. So his fight against Joker and stuff like that was actually pretty decent. The outcome was disappointing, but, I mean, at least he put up a fight, and he actually, he's pretty intimidating when he wants to be. The animation is still terrible. In fact, the animation looks worse this season than it did last season, which... let's see, what else? So he's a terrible detective. He needs help from everybody. His value system is really weird. He doesn't really hesitate to kill people, but again, he's Golden Age Batman. But the whole thing with Batman and the Joker is the Joker's trying to get him to kill, and the Caped Crusader has no problem killing people, so that doesn't really make any sense. When Batman and Alfred are in the Batcave of Season 2 trying to figure things out, they can't really figure it out, and they just guess, and they kind of eventually, kind of stumble through the plot. Whereas Batman the Animated Series, Batman was super intelligent. He would sit down at the Bat computer in 5 minutes and figure out what he needed to do. Plus, when he was out in the field, he was a better, field examiner and forensic scientist, and the Caped Crusader's a frickin' idiot. He's... and he's exactly what woke people want him to be, which is stupid. And then all the characters around him that are super progressive and stuff, they're better, like Harley Quinn and Thorn and Roxy Rocket and all. Like, I literally could write, a massive essay why the show sucks, but it's only a 9-minute video. Every other Batman show that has come out in the past 40 years trumps the Caped Crusader. Even the animated series' worst episode is better than even the best episode of the Caped Crusader. It's so bad. And that's not even objective. That's the truth. It's a poorly written, constructed show.
Not a lot of solitude these days.
We were able to get the help we needed. Man of Steel.
It was terrifying. Ooh, love that outfit.
I love yours.
I hope you can help us out of this.
I hope so too.
Oh no, there's 2 of all of them.
You're just in time. The crystal is ready.
Green Lantern. It's so good to see you.
Not now, Sapphire. The owners of those batteries are right behind us.
And they're going to want to fight. All we have to do is make sure that crystal is at the center of it.
So we don't need these after all?
Hold it right there, Sinestro.
So the final battle will be here, over your puny world, Green Lantern.
It really is puny.
Wow, the colors look so bright. Yeah, I won't be releasing my Cape Crusader overview until, like, the end of the month. The first video that you guys are getting on the O1 channel is my analysis of the Batman Part 2 and what is going horribly wrong with it. Like, that's my first,
Oh, hurry. I don't know how much longer I can hold off Sinestro.
my first video.
I'm here to take back what's mine. And everything.
But yeah, the Cape Crusader, I really get into how stupid the Riddler is and all kinds of stuff. Like, I was trying to give the benefit of a doubt that the Riddler wouldn't be as stupid as he was, but he really was. And the fact that this just shows you how stupid Batman is in the show. So the Riddler, he's just this guy who, like, shoots people with guns. He's not smart. He's not intelligent. He doesn't do any conniving puzzles. You know, they could have done so much with the character. It's the 1940s. He could have used newspapers to have, like, interesting clues sent to Batman, or, you know, he could have had ads in the paper or something intelligent. There's nothing intelligent in this show. It's just a show filled with race swaps and gender stuff, and even a lot of pot shots at, like, podcasters. Like, the Mad Hatter is a podcaster, basically. Even though shows like that didn't exist in the 40s, which is absolutely ridiculous, they have the Mad Hatter act like a mix between a talk show host and Oprah, and that wasn't a thing until the 90s. Like, you didn't have that type of show on television. You know, so, I mean, it was just like, just their way of, like, fighting back against, like, progressives fighting back, like, against the podcast culture of YouTube, which was stupid, but that's what they were doing. But anyway, get back to the Riddler. So the reason why Batman's an idiot, you have this guy who's a complete fool, and he just, just goes around shooting things, right? And Batman can't track this guy down. This girl named Thorne, who pretends to be his girlfriend, or whatever, she's a Batman character called Thorne. She's not Poison Ivy. Rose and Thorne is what her name is supposed to be. She appeared in Metropolis comics in the 90s too. She was a throwaway kind of like, here's this, I think she was a biker chick originally, or like a, I don't remember. She was something in the comics. I have a few Batman comics with the character Thorne. She dresses in all green. And, you know, she's a problem, but she's not, like, a big Batman villain. She's, like, whatever. But people are like, oh, look, Poison Ivy and the Riddler are together. It's like, no, that's not, stop that. That's not Poison Ivy. But anyway, she gets with the Riddler, and he's such an idiot, he can't see it coming. And she ends up, like, wasting the guy. And then afterwards, she just leaves the city and Batman doesn't pursue her. So pretty much the whole thing with the Cape Crusader, that's stupid. If you're a woman, you can get away with anything. And Batman is not going to come after you. And if you committed horrible actions in the first show and somehow come back to Gotham, Batman will allow you to operate in his city if your name is Harley Quinn. I mean, the show is just stupid. It's not even a good interpretation of Batman. It's garbage. It's straight trash. That's what I mean by Batman is an idiot in the Cape Crusader. Like, they just can't let Batman be Batman in the show. They always have to build up all these useless female characters that nobody likes. And there are good female characters in Batman lore, but none of them are in the Cape Crusader.
What a wasted trip!
Superman! Are you alright?
Oh no. Is Superman dying? How will I ever go on?
It's true. Lex Luthor's happy he defeated Superman.
Look at you with the jokes, cutting in on my act.
I'll explain what Batman the Animated Series did right and what Cape Crusader did wrong, though. Because I see people crying, they're like, well, you just don't like the interpretation. It's like, what interpretation? They haven't done anything to improve anything.
How do they get out of the cage?
They're using characters from the 1940s, and they're not even characters that are acting like they're from the 1940s. None of them are. It's like, how can you do a show about Golden Age Batman when none of the characters act like they did in the Golden Age except for Joker?
Batman? Brainiac.
Explain that.
Yeah, how'd you know?
We have to destroy his ship.
Before you attack me, you may want to know that I took 2 cities on my way here. Gotham and Metropolis. Surrender now, or risk their destruction.
Uh-oh.
You digital fiend. There's millions of people in there.
Robin's the only one that knows Superman's getting bigger.
Batman? Just look.
Robin, not. Uh-oh.
What happened? Did the Earth shrink again?
No, not really.
Behold the engine of your destruction, Earthlings.
Oh, that's not good.
Ruler, kneel before him.
Uh-oh.
I told you we needed to worry about him going bad.
Where's all that kryptonite when you need it?
Okay, so am I free to talk now? Alright. So,
I never thought it would come to this. Batman versus
a
Superman.
good show
Where's that kryptonite when you
will take characters and reinvent them so that they are better than they were before. Just taking characters and plopping them in the show and changing everything about those characters without putting any thought into it, that's what the Cape Crusader does. And they do it all under the guise of, like, how do I explain this? They're basically fighting a culture war that doesn't exist in this time frame. Like, they're pushing all this stuff that has already been, like, taken care of on TV, acting like they're the originators of, like, bringing awareness to stuff that doesn't exist today. And it's really, really stupid that that's what they use the show's format for. Case in point, Roxy Rocket. Roxy Rocket was a very cool character that appeared in Batman the Animated Series. I believe she was created by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. That character acted like a 1940s thrill-seeking, you know, hot chick. What do they do with her in the Cape Crusader? Well, they race swap her for one, and they don't bring back any of her personality from her being Roxy Rocket. They make her a cold, distant, very paranoid, jealous scientist that thinks that, you know, men are out to get her. She's very, you know, typical angry woman feminist. Like, you know, she's basically... You remember how Renee Montoya acted in the first season? That's essentially Roxy Rocket now. So nothing of Roxy Rocket exists other than her name. And she basically looks like a male Rocketeer. So they don't even let her look normal when she's Roxy Rocket. She looks like a dude. And she says she doesn't like dudes, basically, but she dresses like one. So, yeah, that's... okay. That's interesting. Joker's the only character that I didn't have a problem with, because he actually acts like 1940s 39 Joker. The only difference is he doesn't really joke around as much, and the original Joker from the Golden Age did kind of act like the Joker. He just was very serial killer based. So the Joker in the Cape Crusader is definitely a serial killer, but they also make him a German because, well, you know. What do progressives always say about people that they don't like? So the fact that they literally have a German-like character in the show that they can put all their social angst toward, right? Yeah. Also, they make him really, really, really evil. And him calling Batman brother all the time never gets any context to it either. It's just, it's all It's all subcontext stuff that they're doing that's nonsense. The first writer that they had from season 1 that did the Catwoman and the only couple good episodes from season 1 was Nocturna, Catwoman, and The Gentleman Ghost. And what was that one episode? I think Clayface was kind of okay. But yeah, I mean, the show's just utter nonsense. It's painful. The first time I was watching season 2 last night, I fell asleep. And then I basically had to stay awake to write my analysis of the show today when I was watching it off and on. It really wasn't worth my time, so I'm definitely going to tear that show into tiny pieces now that I've seen it all. Yeah, my wife was like, why are you in such a bad mood today? I can't figure it out. It's like, well, I watched the Cape Crusader season 2, so...
Yeah. Like, when you were eating and everything, you looked, like, depressed, and I was like, what happened?
Well, I was remembering the show, and I was writing my outline, so... Yeah. Yeah, when I watch good things, I'm in a great mood. When I watch bad things, I'm in a sour mood. Yeah. Yep. But anyway, let me get to my point. So... with the animated series, they took characters that weren't really defined well, and they gave them new backstories, and they made the audience care for them. Whereas in the Cape Crusader, you have all these women that do stupid stuff, and the writer wants you to feel for them just because they're women. Like, there's no emotional connection, and you don't really care about them. And it's almost like what went on with the whole Flag Smasher thing. Like in the MCU. Flag Smashers were bad, they killed a bunch of people, but yet a lot of Gen A and Gen people or Gen P people are like, well, you know, they were bullied, so they have the right to kill people. And it's like, no, that doesn't make a good villain. That's horrible. That's stupid. Essentially, that's the same thing with the Cape Crusader. Like Thorn, she gets revenge on the person that Riddler killed, and then she just leaves, and Batman allows it, basically. And there's other instances like that. When Harley comes back into the show, Batman remembers all the stuff she did in the first season, but he just doesn't do anything about it. So basically what they're telling the audience is, you can do really horrible things, like what she did to all those rich people and her being a racist and whatever. And Batman won't do anything to you because this is our show. Now, if this was absolute Batman, yeah, okay, that makes sense because that's the kind of stuff they're peddling. But this is supposed to be Golden Age Batman that really didn't have a lot of allies, and he wasn't a nice guy. He killed people, and he only worked well with Commissioner Gordon, nobody else. Like, he was rude and obnoxious, and, you know, he was a killer, basically. So none of that exists in the Cape Crusader show. Like, he doesn't act like 40s Batman at all. And 40s Batman was very, very smart, too. Thanks to Bill Finger and stuff like that. But you never see that intelligence in the Cape Crusader. Ever. He and Alfred are just kind of sitting around like an episode of The Office, you know, with their murder board and just kind of guessing what's going to happen. He doesn't actually know. He just kind of like, they kind of talk, and then eventually Batman's like, well, you know, I could go check this place out and maybe we'll get lucky or something. And then he just, like I said, he's an idiot savant. He just stumbles into it. Whereas the animated series, the Batman, even Batman Brave and the Bold, he would be able to plan and predict things, and, you know, he'd be right about it. And the audience would be in on the joke or whatever, but this Batman is just, he's stupid. And people are on the internet are like, wow, this is the best version of Batman. It's like, you like Batman being a moron? It's like, what is your problem? It's like he's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, and he's kind of an idiot in that show. And I don't like that, because we were promised a noir Batman show where Batman would use his wits and his intelligence because he doesn't have technology. And he doesn't do that. And I don't like that because, you know, I was actually, in the beginning, I was very much looking forward to the show. And in 4 years, the only thing that they did differently was they made it so Batman is in more of the episodes now, and we see less of the other characters, which is actually to its benefit, because Barbara Gordon and Renee Montoya and all those side characters were insufferable and annoying, and they were basically self-inserts. You know? They didn't add to the show, and they dragged the show down. So they're not in the second season very much, but the show's still not very good, because they still make the same mistakes that the first show did. And they kill off most of their characters all the time. So it's like, why is there a problem in this Gotham City? You know the argument they always say, if Batman would just kill more of his villains, Gotham would be a better place? Well, pretty much everybody in the Cape Crusader dies. So why is Gotham still a horrible place? He doesn't have a rogues gallery. He's got a rogues graveyard.
Be scared in a long while, and it scared me because he's my friend, and you are too. Sorry. Really sorry, everybody.
This is not fortuitous.
Forget the apologies. Get Brainiac.
Seems like everything.
Unless you want to stay that size, we also need the shrink ray.
Oh, right.
You were right, Robin. Thank you.
Well, what means the most to me is just.
Well, I guess we're playing something new tomorrow.
Being right is definitely a close second.
Yes, Amber, you're getting your pirate game tomorrow. Yeah, the 1940s. That's the sad thing. You were sorry, I'm being loud. But that's the sad thing. The 1930s and 40s Batman serial that was really weird back in the day is more legit to the Golden Age Batman than a cartoon dedicated to it in the 2020s. Because the Cape Crusader is not a show about 1940s anything. It is a romanticized version of what activists believe the 1940s was. Because everything that they're doing in the show was not allowed in the 1940s, and they're not even dealing with any of the problems that existed in the 1940s, like people not having enough food, not enough materials because of the war efforts, prohibition, organized crime. They're not dealing with any of that. Instead, they're having like open, you know, same-sex relationships, and they're doing all this other stuff that was not a thing in the 40s. If you were, you know, dating, if you were two women dating in the 40s, you couldn't do it out in open. And they're continuing to flaunt that in season 2 with a character that was always straight now. Like, they did the same thing to Thorne. Because, and it's always, like, the attractive women, they do that too. They're like, well, this woman is obviously attractive, so she's supposed to be like Poison Ivy, so we're just gonna, you know, she can't be with men. And there has to be a twist, the reason why Riddler has a pretty girlfriend. There you go, that's the twist. She was pretending. It's just, ugh. When I heard 1940 show, I was thinking, finally, we're going to get a deep dive of Batman dealing with all the nasty organized crime of Gotham City, because that was very big in the Golden Age comics. Nope. We do not. And that would have been nice, but nope. And that's the thing, too. A lot of the villains in the early Golden Age comic books were just throwaway villains that were, like, organized crime. You know, speakeasies and all that other stuff.
Well, how about this? President Lex, I told you I didn't want to be disturbed. People out here demanded to see you. Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they are going to cancel the show, to be honest, because the strange thing with season 2 is they didn't promote it. Like, it just kind of dropped with no promotion whatsoever.
But as usual, we've ended up with nothing to show for our efforts.
Hey, it could be worse. Our cell could be as small as that, guys.
This bottle will not hold me forever.
He really does look ridiculous.
I mean, there's 2 of them! There's 2 of them! You could just easily, you know...
Hello, friend. You haven't noticed any strange-looking people around here, have you?
And this game came out during a big anniversary of the 60s Batman, so that's why. Although the 60s Batman theme is kind of a problem, so we're gonna have to mute it. Oh wait, I muted myself.
Fat burger right about now.
Yeah. They're playing 60s Batman music. But okay, here's the thing. So, the reason why the animated series continues to thrive and exist is there was all these weird Batman villains, right? Well, you had all these weird Batman villains in comic books and the Adam West show and things like that, and they were kooky and weird, and nobody cared about them. So then when the animated series was like, okay, we're going to do our own take on the characters, and we're going to make them more interesting. So a creator's job is to take existing things and make them better, not worse. The Caped Crusader takes an idea that existed and somehow makes it a million times worse when they could actually spend some time and make it better, or at least make it interesting. And they don't do that. They do so minimal effort that I'm amazed that they got a second season to begin with, because the first season was a train wreck. The second season is just a little bit better, but it still makes the same mistakes as the first one. It's constantly race swapping. It's constantly creating racial division. It's also men versus women mindset, like especially the Mad Hatter lady and some of the other characters like Roxy Rocket and stuff like that. You know, they're going... It's a show that spends all of its time just being very divisive. And it just gets annoying. Not as much as the first season did. And the first season was a big... a giant, like, megaphone to your face, basically, of all the things that, you know... activists don't like about normal people. This show was more subtle in its context, I guess you would say. But it doesn't have as many good episodes as the first season did. I think I liked maybe 4 episodes of the season 1 that actually were decent. In season 2, I can't really think of any of the episodes that I walked away from like, huh, that was actually a good use of my time. I was miserable the whole time. Like, it was just bad. The only thing that I could probably say that was just as painful, if not more painful, was the recent SAO movie, Butterfly, which was pretty bad. But yeah, creatives today, they're just lazy. They're wicked, wicked lazy. They could actually make things better or try to make things interesting, and they just want to do the very bare minimum, and then it shows. And then when they're like, huh, why didn't you like what I did? It's like, because you made it worse. Paul Dini took a character, Mr. Freeze, that wasn't very interesting in comic books and gave him a very heartfelt and tragic origin that transcended the character into ways that we couldn't see until 1997 when we put him back into the Ice Age with Joel Schumacher. Like, we had like 5 years, almost 5 years of a decent Mr. Freeze. And then Joel Schumacher came and was like, nope, we're going to bury him again. And we still haven't gotten Mr. Freeze back in the movies yet. Think about that. Mr. Freeze actually had some care and thought put into him in the animated series. And people are still too scared to use that character because Mr. Freeze is associated with failure in the film, aspect of it. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, the 1960s Batman. Well, the 1960s Batman was very smart. He solved riddles and puzzles, and he was campy, but he was very intelligent. He had a murder board. He had a early computer. He was always using like certain crimes and other things to teach Robin, and Batman and Robin would solve things together. It would be one thing if Batman and Alfred would actually solve things together, but basically what Batman and Alfred are is they're like a book club in the Caped Crusader. They sit in the Batcave and they talk, but they don't really bounce ideas off each other. It's like they're both lost, and then one of them stumbles into the solution. That's not what they did in the 60s. You know? And I don't understand why people would even want a Batman that's an idiot and then say that's the best version of Batman. It's painful. It's like, and then I see all these people on Twitter, they're like, well, the animated series didn't age well because it didn't have like DEI stuff. It's like, it did have DEI stuff. It's like, it's just not forced in your throat. It adds stuff from the day, you know? Here's the big difference. You had a big sports athlete in the animated series who was the best friend of Robin. Here's the difference, okay? Compared to 2026 and 1993. Robin's best friend happened to be black, and he was on, the college football team as a scholarship or whatever, but he didn't let that be his whole character. He was a talented football player, and he studied hard in school, and he only appeared in like 1 or 2 episodes, but, in those 1 or 2 episodes, you remember him because of what he did, not what he looks like. He's not there complaining to Robin about, oh man, life is hard for me because of how I look. He's like, we've got that game against the Gotham Rogues or like the Metropolis whatever coming up, and Robin's like, good luck or whatever. And, they're best friends and they're roommates. Nowadays, if they did that same episode in 2026, that scene in the dorm room would be about the football player's skin color and trying to make Robin feel guilty about something when they're just like having this brief, like maybe 1 minute exchange about like, hey, what's going on this weekend or whatever. They would find some way to drag it out and to just point at ridiculous stuff that doesn't matter. That's what the Caped Crusader does. Is they focus on inward too much, and they don't focus on Gotham as a whole. And they keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over and over and over again. With the first season, it was like, if they get a second season, okay, they're going to find ways of redefining things and making it a little bit better. No, the only change that they took from the whole season is we need to have Batman be in the show more because he wasn't a big role of the second or the first season. He's not really in it. It should have just been called Gotham City, Stories of the Caped Crusader. But at least the second season, he's more prominent. The only problem is he doesn't really do a lot of cool stuff. he's always like, and you know, people are going to be like, well, he can't be as smart because there's not technology. We had encyclopedias, we had dictionaries. His entire library should be full of books of like criminology and all kinds of stuff. Like they're just making excuses. Sherlock Holmes didn't have computers and stuff, and he was still smart. That's why I don't really pay attention to a lot of these idiots on Twitter. They're like, well, Batman can't be very smart without his technology. Yes, he could. Golden Age Batman was very smart. Ha! I see what they did there. See, that was funny. I always loved that they did that in this game. That they did that kind of tease of the Avengers game that they made before this one. That was really funny. Yeah, he's still calling Alfred Pennyworth, too. You're trying to work on a superhero comic? It's older stories, none of the monsters. Nonsense of 2020s. What kind of Batman comics do you suggest I read? If you're trying to go, are you doing, like, detective stuff? Or are you doing, you trying to do, like, detective stories or, like, Batman solving mysteries? If so, then you want to read as many books as you can from, give me a sec. Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams. Like, their run of Batman is legendary, and they really loved the mystery aspect of Batman. And so, the 70s or Bronze Age Batman comics, he solves a lot of mysteries. Or you could rewatch episodes of the animated series because Batman solves a lot of mysteries and stuff in that show, too. The Caped Crusader Batman was supposed to solve mysteries and stuff, but all that's missing is, you know what it kind of feels like when Batman and Alfred are hanging out together? If someone would change the music to the Seinfeld music and give Alfred and Batman a cup of coffee, it's almost like Jerry talking to George. That's how stupid Alfred and Batman are in the Caped Crusader. They're in the Batcave, and they're just kind of talking nothing. They're George and Jerry. If you added the Seinfeld music. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yep, pretty much. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I just hate it. I don't really like... And the literal fact that with the Harley Quinn situation, Harley Quinn killed people in the first season. And she specifically targeted white people. And she did, like, really bad things. She was basically the Mad Hatter of Season 1. And then, in the second season, she just shows up, and Batman barely mentions what happened in the first season. Like, she literally had to flee because Batman was going to arrest her. And here they are working together against the Scarecrow. It's like... Oh! It's so bad! There are no consequences for female characters at all. Only the male characters die. And the Mad Hatter. Like, even talking about the Caped Crusader right now, I want to take my head and slam it up against the wall because I just want to forget everything I saw. It's so bad. It's not the worst Batman show ever made, but it's certainly not the best. Outro. There we go. I already erased the game, so. So anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching the Road to Lego Batman 4 for Switch 2. This has been LB3 Beyond Gotham. We did the story. I erased the game because I'm going to be looking at some other Steam games over the next couple months, so I need the memory and all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for the Super Chats, because it's because of you guys that we were able to have a fun finale anyway. So appreciate the people who donated. You rock. Next up, we have a stream of Gun Brick Reloaded that you will be redirected to, and that'll be starting up on Nintendo Switch 2 around 8:45, 9 o'clock. I have to go eat, as well as supposedly my editing software came, so I'm going to check for that because I want to start working on my Batman content for the other channel, because I am starved And I need to get my creativity out there before I go crazy and basically turn this into a podcast ranting channel. I need an outlet. I need a proper outlet to, you know, whatever. All right, guys. See you over there. You should be redirected, but I don't know how to end the stream very well, so the work in progress. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. I can't read that. Oh, there we go.